It was the kind of morning that didn't feel real. Gray skies hung low, the air was heavy with silence, and time seemed to move slower than usual. Mia sat on the worn wooden bench outside the post office, clutching an old, yellowed envelope with shaking hands. She had never sent it. The letter. The one that could have changed everything. Her eyes scanned the street, half expecting someone familiar to walk by. But no one came, just the sound of distant footsteps and the occasional car braking through the stillness. At 27, Mia had returned to her small hometown for the first time in nearly a decade, and with her, she carried not just memories but regrets. 9 years earlier, Mia had been a shy 18-year-old with a secret. She was in love with her best friend, Lucas, a bright-eyed, artistic soul who carried a sketchbook everywhere and saw beauty in everything. He believed in her even when she didn't. He was the first person who ever told her she had a gift for words. "You should be a writer," he'd say with a grin, handing her back one of her short poems. But life had other plans. Mia had dreams of studying abroad. She'd worked hard, earned a scholarship, and when the time came, she left, without telling Lucas how she felt. She wrote the letter on the plane. A confession, a thank you, and a promise to come back. But she never sent it. She never even finished it. Over the years, she often thought about Lucas. She tried to look him up online but found nothing. She assumed he had moved on, just like she had tried to. But returning home stirred something in her, guilt, nostalgia, maybe hope. She walked through old places they used to visit, the riverbank where they'd talk for hours, the bookstore he loved, the cafe where they used to sit with hot chocolate in winter. Everything looked the same, and yet nothing felt the same. At the cafe, she overheard a conversation that froze her heart. "Did you hear about Lucas?" a woman said to her friend. "The art teacher. The one who passed away last spring." Mia's world tilted. She didn't move for minutes. Her breath caught. The letter she had never sent suddenly felt heavier than ever. She didn't cry, not then. Instead, she went back to her childhood home, sat at her old desk, and opened her laptop. That night, she wrote, not just to Lucas, but about him. She poured every memory, every emotion, every untold word into a story. It wasn't polished, and it wasn't perfect, but it was honest. She titled it The Letter I Never Sent. Days later, she uploaded it anonymously to a small online writing forum, thinking no one would notice. But someone did. Her story spread quickly. Readers connected with her pain, her hesitation, her vulnerability. Comments flooded in. "This story made me cry. I felt this in my soul. Thank you for writing this, it's exactly what I needed today." It reminded her why she had once wanted to write in the first place, to reach people, to heal, to connect. Encouraged, Mia began writing more. Stories about love, loss, second chances. She found her voice again, and this time, she didn't run from it. One day, she received a message from a young man named Leo. "Hi," it began. "You don't know me, but I was one of Lucas's students. He used to talk about a friend who loved to write. He said she had something special. I think he was talking about you. I just wanted to say, thank you for telling his story." Tears fell freely that time. Through writing, Mia finally said all the words she never had the courage to speak. She couldn't bring Lucas back. She couldn't undo the silence of the past. But she could honor him. She could share the truth, inspire others, and help them not to make the same mistake. Years later, her first published book bore a dedication. To Lucas, who believed in me before I believed in myself. This is the letter I finally sent. Moral of the story: sometimes the words we don't say become the heaviest ones we carry. But it's never too late to speak your truth. Your voice matters, your story matters, and someone, somewhere, is waiting to hear it. Let me know if you'd like this story converted into a YouTube video script format or need help adding narration tips, subtitles, or English learning points.